Canada's morning news with Pam Cook continues now.
I'm almost afraid to talk about this subject. I'll just say that right now. We have been talking so much about businesses and jobs becoming automated and, employees and being replaced. But what about bosses? Maybe your boss will be replaced soon. We have on our WHBC Newsline right now CEO and founder of Aleda, which is a technology consulting firm. His name is Matt Rosen. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on the show.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this, first of all. We do hear it all the time about employees, being replaced due to automation and technology and things like that. Give us an update on the status of that right now. Is that continuing to happen?
Well, it is continuing to happen, but jobs aren't necessarily going away. Jobs are just changing. And so the field we're talking about when we talk about robot bosses is a concept of artificial intelligence. This is something humans have dreamed of really since the 50s. What computers are good at is doing a lot of tasks, analyzing information, crunching it, and then telling humans what to do. And so throughout time, humans and robots have always worked better together. There were fears back when Henry Ford rolled out the assembly line that humans would be obsolete, but that wasn't so at all. There were still many, many more jobs created as a result of the assembly line. And I think we're going to see the same thing as AI comes into our lives, and it's already here today. Examples are like Amazon Alexa reminding you need to get toothpaste, Uber routing a driver to your location to pick you up, or you call into a MetLife call center. They analyze tons of scripts and help the agents maybe slow down, show empathy in a conversation. So in many ways, robots are already all around us, but we don't even realize it.
Yeah, we don't consider Alexa to be a robot, but obviously. So, are you saying that this is maybe a replacement of a portion of the workload, maybe for bosses even, but not necessarily the replacement of the job entirely?
That's correct. I think the boss's role is going to be really more of a mentor, more of a coach, more of an inspiring leader. I think you can have computers do things like assign work. They can approve expense reports or approve a PTO request. But you're no longer going to have the boss like Bill Lumberg and office saying, I'm going to need you to come in on Saturday. A computer can do that, and they can do it without any bias. So what I think you're going to see is workers going to computers for parts of what a boss used to do. But the role of the boss really changing. For instance, within our firm, nobody really has a boss. They've got a framework of things that they know they need to do, and they are assigned a mentor to help them grow as a consultant within our firm. And so we're already seeing that diminish within our firm.
And how do you get employees to accept this? To be able to function, in the same way?
Well, sometimes they may not even know. They send in a PTO request and they get an email back where a computer's kind of figured out, do they have days banked? Do they not? I think it's going to have to be something that happens gradually over time, taking small things like expense reports, work assignment requests, task requests. This is actually already happening in Amazon warehouses where, robots are actually assigning work to humans and robots alike. And, you got warehouses of hundreds of people and with only a couple of supervisors. So in many ways, it's already starting to happen today. I think it'll take a while before it happens in jobs like law and medicine. It may never happen there. But for those that are doing kind of rote and repeat tasks, the robots are going to enter that world. And so I think what people can do is really start to try and understand, have an appreciation for the technology. And there's a ton of resources out there, just starting out on AI.google. People can learn what is really at their fingertips, which is really almost a Tony Stark-like Iron Man experience. The tools are out there. So I think what workers need to do is think about what does this technology mean to them and how can they retool themselves to take advantage of what this new world's going to bring.
Yeah, as you look and kind of investigate some of the things that can be done, do you think that lessens the fear by employees or employers?
I think it should. There's some really interesting things you can do with this technology. For instance, we've worked with a party retailer that puts on big parties, and you could, in the past, might have to have a long conversation with someone to figure out exactly what you needed. Today, you can just upload an image of a party that you had. The computer will scan it and say, here's what we think you need. Then you can have a much faster conversation with someone to really plan out all the specifics. So the need for the human doesn't go away, but all that rote and repetitive work and the mundane things do go away, so you can focus on, what do you want to do with that party? What type of fun do you want to have? Hey, do you want a clown with that? Instead of just saying, hey, how many balloons do you need? How many plates do you need? You can have the human really kind of upsell, cross-sell, and really engage with someone about the experience they want to have versus just taking an order.
Yeah, I like that. All right, Matt Rosen, CEO and founder of Aleda, a technology consulting firm. Thank you so much for coming on.
Well, thanks for having me on the show. Have a great day.